know, when you turned on the camera and you're just like sitting there staring at your camera like, is it turned on? So, hey everybody, it's War Master Kit, and I promised to do a creepypasta video yesterday, but you know, I got kind of busy, and I felt really bad, and it was like midnight before I realized that I already told you guys that I would make a video. And so, I have a few videos, but I think the one that I haven't seen it all the way through, so I'm not exactly sure what will be on there. It is it's a 5 creepypastas based on video footage. You can find this video on YouTube, just go ahead and look it up. And, which is really, really cool because I really love creepypasta and I really enjoy it. I write about it. I do a lot of writing. Sorry, I started a lot. I do a lot of writing. So, my first creepypasta fan fiction was If Eyeless Jack Had a Daughter, which I was so happy to, and I looked this morning and it's got 25,000 views, and I was so excited, and I'll put a link in the description below. So, I have a challenge for you all. Go ahead and I will put a reaction video to any video of your choice. So, go ahead and just add your videos that you want me to react to in the comment section, which I'll be gladly to do it for you. Try not to things too scary because I will end up falling off of wherever I'm sitting. So it's just really, really cool. And sorry, that's my brother. He's not coming in this video. But nice try though.
Aloha.
So, which is really, really cool. Our last video was us, again, reacting to Anime on Crack. It was a very interesting video. Maybe you guys have seen it, maybe you haven't. So, it would be really cool if you checked that out as well. And my baby metal video has just skyrocketed, which I am so excited about. Sorry, I do a lot of hand motions. Cat. I have 2 cats. So, boop. She doesn't like me, which is totally okay. So we're gonna get this ball rolling and get this show on the road. So, I'm just gonna minimize this. Tell me what you guys think in the end. I'm still not very good at this, so. Alrighty. So, I do not own the video that I'm watching, so don't go reporting me, that would be bad. It's by Top Unknown 5, Unknown Top 5, whatever. I will leave this link in the description. If you are not gonna watch this with me talking, go ahead, totally fine. So we're gonna go ahead and start this, and I really hope I don't fall off the bed if I get scared. I get scared very easily, so if you are going to make me do a reaction video, please don't make this video very scary, but knowing that I say that probably will end up very scary. Alrighty, let's see what this is.
As if creepypastas were not terrifying enough, these ones are accompanied by some video evidence.
In this video, we take a look at some creepy footage in which creepypastas and urban legends were based on. We will take a look at the stories, but then compare them to the facts. Some of the videos are unexplainable, so you can decide whether they're real or not. Number 5. Disneyland Ghost. There has been speculation that many Disneyland locations are haunted. There have even been reports of several people scattering ashes at the California location. This can be verified as an incident occurred in the Haunted Mansion back in the 1990s. Also in 2007, a member of the public was caught on a security camera scattering ashes while on a Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Along with this, several deaths have been reported at Disneyland. They range from impaling to drowning and even being crushed to death. Due to all the death and misfortune that has occurred at the park, many urban legends have started to spread. Visitors report hundreds of ghost sightings every year. Here are just some of the spirits that have been reported. Space Mountain's Mr. One-Way. This ghost has been described as a large man who has red hair. He is said to have been seen sitting next to the single riders on Space Mountain. Once the ride ends, the man disappears, leaving the visitors baffled and scared. His presence has also been reported by staff members. Another ghost which has been reported is known as the Spirit in the River. This ghost is believed to be of a teenage boy. There is a story behind this ghost. It's believed that in the 1970s, two young boys had stayed in the park after it closed. They had been on Tom Sawyer's Island and tried to leave it by swimming across the rivers of America, but unfortunately, the older boy died. Members of staff have reported seeing his spirit reflecting in ripples of water. The most notable ghost case is of Debbie Stone. Debbie was a former employee who was crushed to death on the America Sings ride back in the 1970s. After her death, the ride closed. Many people have reported seeing her ghost in Tomorrowland. There's been several videos released of ghost sightings in Disneyland. Most of them consist of security footage. This video was posted to YouTube in 2009. It supposedly shows a ghost wandering around Disneyland after closing hours. People have speculated that it might have been a technical error. Some stated that the security team might have been reusing VHS tapes, which would cause previous footage to leak through. However, there has been no official explanation to what caused the sighting. Number 4. Barbie.avi. This creepypasta started circulating on the web in 2009. Before we explain the video footage, we must tell you the story behind it first. A man went to a friend's party. It took place in a rented-out loft within an industrial part of town. After having one too many drinks, the man decided to lay down for a bit and ended up falling asleep. He woke up at 4 a.m. It was still dark out, but some buildings were visible in dim blue light. The scenery mainly consisted of abandoned buildings. There was no civilization around except for the partygoers in the loft. After waking up, the man stared at the ceiling for about 40 minutes wondering what to do. He then decided to phone his girlfriend and wake her up in order to get a ride home. Although she was quite angry due to the fact that he woke her up, she still decided to pick him up. While waiting for her to arrive, the man stood near a window and watched out for her car. He then started to fall asleep. This is when a crashing sound woke him up. He scanned the area but didn't see anyone. This is when he noticed a pile of garbage bags near a dumpster across the road from him. Near the dumpster was a computer and a smashed monitor. His girlfriend arrived shortly after. Before leaving, he remembered that his friend needed some computer parts, so he went over to the wreckage to see what he could salvage. The monitor was broken, but the tower seemed to be in good condition, so he loaded it into the car and headed home. A week later, he booted up the PC. There seemed to be barely anything on it. He then came across a hidden file called Barbie.avi. This is where the video footage comes into play. He played the video. It was about an hour long. It showed a woman sitting on a chair against a backdrop while talking to someone. During the video, she starts to get quite upset and explains that she is unhappy with her skin. Later on, she begins to cry uncontrollably, and this continues until the tape finishes. There is then some very short, extremely shaky footage of train tracks which lead to a forest. The man recognized the tracks and realized they were only a few miles away from his house. He decided to go investigate, so made his way to the tracks. He followed them until he came across a plywood track which led him into a woodland area with a rogue decayed building. He mustered up the courage to enter the building. The inside was very decayed but had new furniture. He then made his way to the bathroom. He had noticed that somebody had wiped the dust off the mirror. He then looked into the bathtub and saw a plastic sheet with water droplets on it. Suddenly he heard a loud moan, so fled from the house. So that was the story behind the footage. Now as for the footage. Many people on the internet have analysed the footage and some theories have stemmed. During the video, the letters BIID can be seen. This might stand for Body Integrity Identity Disorder. This is a psychological disorder in which a person believes that a body part does not belong to them, therefore they remove it. Now this would make sense as we can see that the woman in the video was missing an arm. As she was complaining about her skin, could this be the next thing to be removed? Could she have been going to the decayed house to get body parts removed? Others believe that the file was called Barbie.avi because the woman wanted to become perfect like a Barbie doll, and due to this, she was getting her skin removed and would replace it with melted plastic. After much research and analysis, there has been no actual explanation to where the video came from or who the woman is, so the theories could possibly be true. Number 3.
The most important thing I've taught my children is that they have to do things themselves. That's why I bring them out here and I beat them at tennis. Probably the best.
Who the woman is, so the theories could possibly be true. Number 3. Obey the Walrus. This video started to circulate on the internet in 2005. Firstly, it shows a character from a video game called Star Fox. The face, which goes by the name of Andros, starts to sing a distorted version of the nursery rhyme, Itsy Bitsy Spider. It then transitions to a clip of a person tap dancing. The clip is very unsettling and has a creepy vibe to it. Once the video started to gain popularity, a strange story began to spread about it. The story claimed that the video was created by a Latin American cult known as La Morsa. This translates to the walrus. It's believed that the video is cursed and negative occurrences start to happen after viewing it. So is there any truth behind the story? The entire story was made up. The person in the video is actually a transsexual by the name of Johnny Weimar. The clip is taken from a 1998 film titled The Goddess Bunny. Johnny contracted polio when he was young. Polio is a very serious viral infection that was widespread during the 1950s. It causes muscle weakness, shrinking of the muscles, tight joints, and deformities such as twisted feet or legs. This explains why Johnny moves with some difficulty in the clip. As for the story, it was made up entirely just to spread fear. I guess somebody was just really bored. Number 2. Gateway of the Mind. This creepypasta refers back to the 1980s. Supposedly in 1983, a team of scientists conducted bizarre experiments on a willing participant. The experiments was conducted at an undisclosed facility. The scientists theorized that a human without access to any senses or ways to perceive stimuli would be able to come in direct contact with God. They believed our 5 senses distracted our awareness of eternity, and once removed, the human could be able to contact God. The participant was supposedly a man who claimed he had nothing left to live for. The scientists performed a complex operation which cut off his senses. However, he still remained muscle function. Every sensory nerve connection to the brain was surgically severed. The man could not see, hear, taste, or smell. Here is supposed footage of the scientists monitoring the man. The man would let out slurred speeches which were often jumbled. The man had claimed that he could hear his dead wife speak to him. After a few days, the man claimed that the deceased would speak to him and couldn't get them to go away. After a few more days passed, it seemed like the man was going through some state of psychosis. This is when he began to start shouting and screaming. He then uttered the phrase, "I have spoken with God and he has abandoned us." Well, that was a creepypasta. The footage included was also supposed real footage of the experiment. However, there seems to be many flaws in the original story. The story explained that during the experiment, the man would complain of night terrors, but if he was cut off to all senses, how would he know what time it was? Also in the original, it stated that the man could not communicate with the outside world, but then how was he able to speak to the scientists? So this creepypasta is most likely fake. However, sensory deprivation is a real thing. There are places that offer flotation tanks. These are tanks that you lay in. The tank has water inside it which contains salt so that you float. The water is also at body temperature so you cannot sense that it's there. The tank is also soundproof and there is no light from the inside, so most of your senses are cut off. While in a tank, hallucinations occur. Many have described the experience that of similar to taking hallucinogenic drugs. Number 1. Michigan's Dogman. This Dogman is pretty much Michigan's Bigfoot. The legend of the Dogman can be traced back to 1857. A letter was found which described the creature that stood upright like a man, but had the head of a great wolf. Sightings have been seen all over Michigan of a half-dog, half-man type creature. In 1987, a poem started to spread about the creature. It goes like this: "Somewhere in the northward darkness, a creature walks upright, and the best advice you may ever get is to never go out at night." On April 1st, 1987, a DJ broadcasted the poem as an April Fool's joke, but to his surprise, many people started to phone in claiming that they had seen the same creature. Over the next few weeks, many people started to phone the station claiming that they had seen the Dogman. Due to the reports, police had actually begun an investigation. Many years later, a recording was released which is believed to have captured the Dogman. The recording is known as the Gable Film. It shows a family simply filming their day out in the woods to capture some memories. For a few seconds in the film, a strange dog-like creature can be seen in the woods. The footage is extremely shaky, but when you slow it down, you can see some sort of figure. Some claim it's just a bear. Many other photos have been released of what is believed to be the Dogman. There have been hundreds of reports, even up till this day, of people claiming that the Dogman is hiding in Michigan's woods. So who knows, the Dogman might still be out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to keep updated with our videos.
Oh my goodness gracious. The fact that I've never heard of any of these is kind of weird. That was kind of terrifying in a sort of way. Since I film from Michigan, so interesting. Oh my goodness. So like I said at the beginning of the video, which was possibly like 15 minutes ago, I can't remember. If you want me to watch a video, I will not watch it first. And I will post it on here whenever I get them. Appropriate videos. Appropriate, please. Please don't give me anything other than appropriate. Okay. Well, this was an awesome video, I would have to say. I had never heard of any of these creepypastas, which kind of was weird because I do a lot of research on creepypastas. So, this is my partner in crime. You all should remember her. This is a little bit. She's not so little anymore. She's got a big belly. You got my big belly kitty. She got to watch the video with me instead of Garen or anybody else. So I probably won't be posting many videos this week because I have finals. Woohoo! Let's just say that was sarcastic. And you should all know that finals are not fun. So I'd like to thank everybody who is watching or is going to watch the video, or who had watched the video. Ah, cat. And you come back to hug me. Okay. So thank you to everybody. And we have 25 subscribers, which I was very happy about. So if you like my videos, just go ahead and click the little red button at the bottom that says subscribe, or to the side, or you can even check out more of my videos. So I'm going to stop boring you guys to death, and I'm going to wave you guys off. Bye, everybody.